Check it out, check. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I almost did this live video from in bed shirtless. Oh my God, my phone is blowing up with the rumors, with the with all kinds of stuff. Let me I guess my camera's got a little glare on it this morning. I didn't want to be up this early. I was actually digging how it's not even early, it's 10 o'clock, right? But I was up late last night for the sole purpose because I know we got a long evening. So I gotta clear some stuff up because I'm watching rumors fly all over every group on social media. I'm watching all the rumors fly around social media. Here I am, the social media guy, trying to clear up social media rumors. What to expect today in court? One, we probably are going to expect a lot of people to be at the courthouse because of the attention this case has brought, because of the location of the courthouse, because of the media spreading some stuff. There are media personalities that I like, actually. I like some of these media personalities, but they're making statements like, if too much public shows up, the media is not going to be able to do their job. That's actually a true statement. The media will be the first to be kicked out of the courtroom in an overflow situation. See, because the media has petitioned the court for a pool camera, the court looks at it like, listen, we're going to give you video. We've let you bring a camera. You get one cameraman and stuff. Now, there are going to be reporters from around the world, by the way. I have no doubt that Dateline will have someone here, that all the New York affiliates will have someone here. I am sure I will see and recognize some of the producers from a couple of different major networks. There'll be producers from production houses here. There's going to be a ton of reporters, a ton of media, a ton of press. The media and the press do not take precedent over the public. The Constitution gives us the right to an open courtroom, which means anyone, the public is allowed to go and watch court proceedings. This is a fundamental right set up for us. Most of the time, that fundamental right is exercised through the media that then, broadcasts to the masses. In cases like Gannon that have captivated the world and have really captivated Colorado Springs, from car clubs to motorcycle groups, there are events being planned all the way into April already for Gannon. People are contacting. I got a contact this morning about a poker run that's happening in April in the benefit for Gannon and his family. This has captivated national attention. And court systems, they know how to deal with this, but there are a lot of rumors that are flying around that I just want to clear up. And I also want to set your expectations a little bit, because I don't want you to get your expectations up for today when today it's like the starting line. We're at the starting line of a very long journey for justice. This isn't going to be done today. Most likely formal charges will be read today, and we'll hear the formal charges. Most of those charges will probably mirror what we already know her charges to be. There may be additional charges added. I'm not saying that there's not going to be additional charges added, but it's really going to be very uneventful. It could last 5 minutes. It could last 10 minutes, or there could be some back and forth because there have been some motions that have been filed, as well as the amount of people that show up is going to set the precedent moving forward. The courthouse can't just keep people out because, again, it's a public courthouse. It's open to the public. Courtrooms are open to the public. Court proceedings are open to the public. Anything that happens in front of a judge in that room is open to the public. As soon as it's said to the judge, it becomes public record. It becomes, you're able to get it through Freedom of Information Act, as long as the judge doesn't put some sort of seal on it. Right now, the judge has sealed the arrest affidavit. I do see today he may address that arrest affidavit being sealed. He may open that arrest affidavit and release it to the public today. But I do want to dispel some rumors. One, the family has made no plea. I don't care what you've read on Facebook. The family has made no plea to the public not to show up. Actually, the opposite is what I've actually heard from the family, and that is, if you want to show your support, show your support. We want to keep Gannon's story at the top of everybody's mind. The press has made a plea that, please, if you're going to come, stay outside and show your support so that we can do our job. Now, as much as I love the press, your job is not that important to me. It's important to you. I understand. Your clicks and views on your media outlet is important to you. It's not necessarily important to me. I don't necessarily trust the views of the traditional mediums when it comes to this court it comes to court proceedings. Why? Because I have firsthand experience on how they have either reported disinformation, not reported accurate, full information. I've seen the media, shadow, keep some things to themselves, spread some things. I'm not bashing the media, but I am addressing the pleas of the media to say, let us do our job, right? Well, I understand that they want their clicks and views and need their advertisement money paid for. Okay. So they take on a case like Gannon's because it gets a lot of press, a lot of media, a lot of advertisement dollars come in. But this is still real life, and this is still an open court for the public. And so I encourage the public, if you want to watch a trial, this would be a good one. This is going to be a good one. But I would also tell you not to have your expectations that you're going to get there and Perry Mason's going to show up today and Matlock's going to show up and you're going to see some awesome trial unfold. I'm telling you, today's proceedings could last minutes. They could. I have literally walked into murder cases, into a trial for a hearing like this, walked in and walked out in less than 5 minutes. A lot of the hoopla, the lines, the security, the waiting in the cold. I've stood in freezing cold outside courthouses. What you need to understand that if you are planning on going, I'd get there hours early. I'd be looking at like noon, right? If you want to go to the 4 o'clock proceedings, the chances are the media is already going to camp out because they're getting paid to get a seat, right? Now, again, media doesn't have any more privileges than the general public, except maybe one media outlet that has formally petitioned the court through a motion to have a pool camera. Now, I want you to understand what a pool camera is, and this works differently because we saw pool cameras in Patrick Frazie's case where they actually broadcast live from the courtroom via social media. But from what I'm understanding with the media outlets that are going to be there and are using the pool camera, they are going to hold that pool camera footage until after court proceedings. They will then upload it to like a Dropbox where all media outlets will be able to drag that down. Sometimes I get a hold of that Dropbox link. Sometimes I don't. I can't promise you today how it'll be dealt with, but I can tell you that you will be able to probably see today's court proceedings by the end of the day or by the end of this evening at some point, whether it be on Dad with the Phone or it be some other local media outlet. If you're going to show up, I would suggest that if you plan on coming into the courthouse, you bring as little as possible. When I say as little as possible, don't bring in your suitcase purse, women. You don't need, if you need Kleenex, bring a little tissue. If you need some lipstick, bring your lipstick only. I would tell you that if you're going down to the El Paso County Court and you want to get through security in a timely manner, then you empty your bags out. Don't try to bring in a whole bunch of stuff. This is just my opinion. I'm giving you like how to survive court today. Cell phones have not been banned from the courthouse. Contrary to social media rumors, cell phones will be allowed in the courthouse. This is a large courthouse. The use of cell phones inside the courtroom is already a standard procedure not to be allowed. So if you walk into a courtroom and you're talking on your cell phone, you probably are going to get escorted out of the courtroom. If you walk into the courtroom and you're holding your cell phone like this, video and stuff, it might not be against the decorum. It might not even be against the rules, but you still might get asked to either shut your recording off and or exit the courtroom. So if you're going to bring your cell phone in, I would have it turned on silent or turned off. And depending on if they actually issue a decorum order. Now, a judge, and let me make this clear. Everything I'm saying could be 100% correct. And then all of a sudden a judge issues a decorum order that completely negates all the rules. They are not going to set up extra security outside the courtroom to scan you for your cell phone. This is ridiculous. They're going to make you go through metal detectors. They're going to make you put your stuff through metal detectors just like you would enter anywhere. But the court decorum could come down from the judge, and the judge could say all cell phones. All cell phones could have to be shut off and put away. The judge is exactly what his name implies. He is the judge he is basically God inside that room when it comes to the people in that room. And so there could be a decorum. There has not been at this moment an official court decorum brought down from the judge to say, hey, no cell phones, no laptops, no electronic devices, all that. None of that has come down. There are normal court proceedings and court procedures, but none of the extra court decorum has come down yet. I anticipate a special decorum as we move closer to the trial, especially when we get into the pre-trial hearing, because in the pre-trial hearing, we are actually going to get to hear some hearsay evidence. We're going to get to hear some different things that they use to make the arrests, different things like that. But at these first initial hearings, this is more of, I don't want to say it's a formality because it very much is a part of the system, but it's kind of a formality for them to read the formal charges to Tecia Stauch, to put out in the public. At this time, normally the arrest affidavit would be released. I do not know if they're going to release the arrest affidavit just yet, or if they're going to wait for a motion hearing. I got lots of text coming in right now. Question, are you going today? I am actually headed downtown today. I'll be down there probably in the next couple of hours to get the scope, the layout of the land, to see what's really going down. I plan on being in the courtroom during the hearing, but again, the hysteria that the media has created around this, there may be 1,000 people show up, and if 1,000 people show up, I got a 1 in 1,000 chance on getting in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? And so, unfortunately, this is just what happens with these kind of cases. And I'm watching the media, I'm watching social media say all these things. We'll find out actually how many, if we take and compare some of the things that have happened already with the Gannon case, the church services and the candlelight vigils, the memorials that have been put out, we'll see how many people actually show up at the court case. Some people don't want to go through that. Some people don't want to go through security, stand in lines, do that kind of stuff. Are you going to tweet if allowed? Of course, I'll tweet if allowed. You'll want to make sure to follow me on Twitter at Michael E. Dalton. I'll live video if allowed. But I have to. They already know me. The DAs already know me. Especially the DAs. So the DAs already know who I am. The press already knows who I am. I'm sure the cops already know who I am. And so I have to be on my P's and Q's because they would like nothing more than to get dad on a decorum violation. But the court system's not going to throw you in jail for tweeting if there hasn't been a decorum issue ordered by the judge. It's like the reason they can't cut cell phones out in the courthouse is because people have to talk to their lawyers. People have to engage with everyday life. There's more than just Tecia. Contrary to popular belief, we got a lot of criminals in the judicial system down in El Paso County, and Tecia Stauch isn't special. She's not going to get the courthouse shut down for her. As a matter of fact, on the actual court docket, she's not even listed as a case of interest yet. She hasn't been clicked on enough in the court docket system to put her in the cases of interest. So, well, they can have her bagged and tagged. I said this yesterday. Just 1 second. They could have her they could have her strapped down in a wheelchair. If she in fact attacked guards when she got here, like the rumors have said, if in fact she has attacked police guards in Colorado, the rumor was started that she kicked or she tried to attack a guard at her last court appearance. If in fact she has tried to do that, there is a possibility they strap her in a restraint chair and they bag her and gag her. So the chances of her being bagged and gagged, there is a possibility of that because of her past actions. So they could have her strapped down in a wheelchair, bagged and gagged. If she hasn't attacked guards, then she will probably just be in handcuffs and shackles. So I heard a rumor she's pregnant. Everybody's always pregnant when they get arrested. Every woman that gets arrested for murder is pregnant. That's the first damn rumor they put out there. Somebody needs the teabag. Harley may be there to see her mom. I don't know. If Harley is a witness, she probably won't be there. But there is a possibility she could be. I'm not going to say she isn't. I do believe that portions of Gannon's family will be there. I do think Landon and Al will be there, but will she plead today? No, not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance. Yep. I heard KOAA. That's Sam Kramer's old station, Channel 5. I'm actually in contact with a lot of people over at KOAA. They are the ones who got the official pool camera. Hopefully they got a good cameraman today. You've missed a lot, Bonnie. You have to go back and rewatch. Is she pregnant? She will probably freak the hell out in courtroom seeing Landon and Al. Maybe. Does she have PD or her own? Oh, public defender or her own lawyer. At this time, I don't know if she's been issued a. I think she's been issued a public defender. I don't know if she has hired a lawyer. Did she go to court? She doesn't go to court till 4 p.m., which I am thankful for the judge, because if it was early morning today, I probably wouldn't have gone. They might not let you in with that snuffy nose. I know. Right? Freaking, it's not my nose. It's this right here that's freaking killing me. I'm going to wear a sign that says I got the virus. If there's any more questions about rumors, I'll answer them. I've been sent 1,000 messages today about this and that and what's happening in court, and I'm telling you, no official court decorum has been issued, so normal court proceedings are in effect, which is you'll go through security to get into the courthouse, and then there is a couple of concerns on why she's being seen in the South building versus the West Tower. The South has one of the larger courtrooms. I know that for a fact. Some people say there's only 40 seats in the courtroom. I think we're going to be in a courtroom with over 100 seats. I know where I'm parking. I got me a special spot downtown. Take a Benadryl. Stat. Nah. She'll be read her charges. They may address the motion filed for the police affidavit to be released. They may not address it. It's really up to the judge. That could be it, Jasmine. It could be a 5-minute court hearing. If there's multiple motions to be heard that were filed in a timely manner, when I say they were filed in a timely manner, means that whoever filed them, they've had enough time to get them to the prosecution and to the defense. And if the defense and the prosecution's got those motions, they could address some of those motions, like a motion to release the police affidavit today. Whether or not that'll happen, we'll see. Sometimes they wait for a special motions hearing to address all the motions. But the police affidavit, as soon as it goes before a judge in the court, the judge has a hard time holding that information back. If you want to give me a thumbs up, you can. So would it be 5 p.m.? I don't know. It's Mountain Standard Time. So whatever time zone you're in, court will be at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I have a feeling it's going to start right on time because it's later in the day. The judge is going to want to get out of there by 5. They all ready for you, T-Bag. I love how everybody's using T-Bag now. Do you know who the judge is? That's a good question. I think it's Judge Brian. I want to say Judge. That's a great question. Letecia's talk, who's accused of murdering stepmom, agrees. March 3rd, the honorary county judge Clifford L. Wash told her there would be a few defenses to her. Oh, no, that's the extradition judge. Trying to see if they've listed a judge. If you know who the judge is that's sitting today, El Paso County, I don't think it's on her charges. Anybody know who the judge is? Come on, guys. You guys are quicker than me. Brian something, yeah. That's what I think. Warren? Brian Warren? Is that what you're saying? Judge Warren. Brian Warren? Is that who it is? So they're saying maybe, let me see here if that's a judge. Let's see. Judge Brian Warren, Colorado Springs. He's the 4th Judicial District Judge, Division 22. But they move judges around, so we'll have to see. So for what I can find, it looks like it'll be Judge Warren. Gregory Warren used to be, it'll be Brian Warren, Division 14th, 4th floor. There you go. Julie Johnson says it. I think that's right, actually. I think she's on, I'm pretty sure she's on the 4th floor division of the South Tower. Or the West Tower. I can't remember which one it is. I'll find her, though. Don't worry about that. Are you following CDC's guidelines for self-quarantine? Nope. Division 15. That's right, Warren. Clifford Warren, everybody. Everybody's out. So I think it's Judge Warren. What time is it now in Colorado? It's 10:30. All right. Is she in protective custody? She's probably in some sort of protective custody. I don't know if it's suicide watch or if she's been in segregated POP. So she could be held with child molesters, child offenders because of the nature of the crime. So It's hard to tell, and it's hard to make assumptions on that because we don't know what's happening down in the jail. If she attacked officers, she definitely could be held in some sort of segregation. If those are just rumors, as far as I know, it's not a rumor that she did attack officers in Kansas. I'm 100% sure on that. Whether or not she's attacked officers down here in El Paso County, I'm not sure about yet. If she has attacked officers at the El Paso County Jail, she'll be held in some sort of aggravated, segregated pot. She could be still on suicide watch. We'll know today because it would be under my impression that it is, if she has had a past of attacking officers, like going to court, there is a possibility that she could come into court strapped to a chair, bagged and gagged, which wouldn't that be a hoot? Thanks for watching. Yes, going to court today. Whether or not I'll get in the courtroom, I don't know if I'll get a ticket. You might have to get a golden ticket from somebody, but we'll be there early enough to figure out what's going on. We'll be there early enough to do a scope out of the situation, see where we need to be. Most of the press that's going to be there is going to be there super early because the press doesn't get any sort of special treatment other than they have filed a motion to put a pool camera in the courtroom. But other than that, the press, it's first come, first served for the public, and the press is still part of the public. So I have a feeling that there is going to be an enormous amount of press on location. And so the other way that the press pool camera works a lot of times is if you don't have a representative at the courthouse, then you don't get access to that pool camera. And so it'll be interesting because there will be a lot of press there. Did someone just tell me to stay home? Stay home, you're sick. I'm not sick. I got a little allergy or something. I got the coronavirus. Thank you, Dad, with the phone for all your information and prayers for Landon and Al. We are praying for baby boy Gannon. Sweet. Do you think there's another surveillance videotape that was not released to the public? Absolutely. Absolutely. They've got video surveillance tape from multiple places. Hands down, not even I can't tell you where it's from, but I can promise you they got video surveillance of this woman. I call her Letecia Grouch. Take a Sudafed. Please film. I will film and I will broadcast live as much as possible. You got to understand that inside the courthouse, they may have some normal procedures that they don't allow cameras and stuff in the courthouse. They for sure don't allow cameras and pictures to be taken in the courtroom. The use of cell phones may be limited. It may be limited as far as being able to tweet and text and stuff. They're not going to ban cell phones, but they used to be able to ban cell phones, but in today's society, they're just not going to do that. They will probably tell you to have your cell phone turned off or on silent. They will tell you probably not to use your cell phone in the courtroom. All of these things are pretty normal procedures. What's going to be weird is if they start picking and choosing little things like, oh, the press can use their electronic devices, but the public can't. And they did that in the Patrick Frazee case. So you can't put it past any judge. The judge can order whatever the hell he wants. See, it's really up to a specific judge. If a judge was like, listen, people tweeting, people talking, people using their cell phones is not going to hinder this case, they may not care. On the flip side, if the judge is like, I don't want tweets, I don't want distractions, I don't want the chance of distraction, he can issue a decorum order that if you pull your cell phone out, you're in violation of the court decorum, and they can arrest you for contempt of court. So it's really, it is as much as you want it to be a uniform system for everybody, it really does come down to the particular judge, his court decorum order, and he is God when it comes that courtroom. And so what will happen outside the courtroom, how much information can be shared, we will see. I would anticipate that they're going to allow normal use of cell phones in the hallways just like they do every other day. Because she's not going to be transported through the hallways. People, this courthouse is a newer courthouse. I know that if you followed the Patrick Frazee case with me, Patrick Frazee's court was held at the Teller County Courthouse, which is a 100-year-old facility. This court facility is much newer, much up to date, much more up to date. And the court proceedings, when they bring in criminals, they bring them in through external entrances. They don't bring them through the public entrance like they do at the Teller County Courthouse. So she's not going to be walking through the hallways at court. It's not going to happen. She's not going to come in through the regular doors. They're not going to have a circus tent out front. They're not going to do any of that. She will be brought, and I'll show you. I'll explain all this today because all of this I will be able to video as far as where she's going to enter into the courthouse, and I'll explain all that to you. You'll get a better lay of the courthouse today. I'll explain the building, where the Sally Port is. I'll show you all that information. Now, if you're not on Facebook, all I can tell you is you got to go on Facebook to Dad with a Phone. You don't have to be a member of Facebook to actually see my videos on Facebook. But if you don't have a Facebook, because of the way YouTube works, I can't stream live from my phone as good as I can to Facebook. So I will be broadcasting from Facebook today at the court proceedings. I may have some other video. I probably am not going to shoot any extra video today because I probably should. I'll take one of my other cameras down and probably shoot some video outside the courthouse for a post-productive video. But just so you guys know, make sure you follow me on Dad with a Phone. Follow me on Twitter because I'll link the video to Twitter once it goes up. So you'll have a better understanding of the court layout, the courthouse layout, where she's going to enter from, how she's going to enter the courthouse, stuff like that. Sam is a great reporter. I talked to him last night, actually. I was tweeting with him last night about a different situation. Reading y'all's comments. Does anyone know what time that is Eastern? You need protection from the evil. All right. What time? Any more questions? 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Google it if you're in a different time zone. Hey, thanks for watching Dad with a Phone today. Follow me on all the links below. And as always, my bucket is at the bottom of the screen. If you want to throw some change in the bucket, you can do so at the PayPal link at the bottom of the screen. That just helps me, I don't know, gas, coffee, gives me motivation to get up, I guess. I've had some really nice notes sent through PayPal with a little extra change. And so thank you for everyone who's donated to Dad with a Phone. If you need to find out the link to donate to the family, you can actually do that right here. I'll throw that up there right now. If you want to donate directly to Gannon's family, you can do it at the link that is at the bottom of the screen there to give to Gannon's family, or you can mail gifts to this address. So if you want to donate to them directly, I am not collecting funds for Gannon. So I'm just telling you that if you want to give to Gannon, do it at that link to the family there. If you just simply want to throw some change in the bucket to support Dad with the Phone channel, help me keep doing this, give me some motivation, you can do that at the bottom link, PayPal. Hey, thanks for joining. We will probably be back live if any breaking info comes in on this case or another case. If I have been in contact with people trying to find out if there is a special decorum order issued, but at this moment, there isn't a special decorum order issue, which would mean it would be a normal operating day at the courthouse. If you plan on being there and you see Dad with the phone, the bald guy, I'll probably be wearing blue. If you see me, come say hi. I'm not scary, I promise. Just come up and say hi. Don't just stare at me. I always feel weird when people stare at me and then like 45 minutes later they come by and they're like, we watch you on Dad with the phone. Just come say hi to me. Don't make me feel awkward by staring at me from over across the room or across the hallway. So if you watch Dad with a phone and you're going to be at court today, I'd love to meet you, and you can come say hi to me. I'm easy to talk to. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining. It's a big day today. I have a big day. So I have court with I have the court case I'm going to, and then this evening I have a political candidate forum. I'm actually running for city council here in Woodland Park, and so I have a political candidate forum tonight. You can tune into that on the Woodland Park Underground. That's a different channel, YouTube and Facebook. So, hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.